Did you know that childhood depression is more common than ever talked about? Join me today discussing recognizing signs and symptoms of depression among children. As we all know, that there are a number of causes of depression among children, which may include violence in homes, abuse of children, bullying in schools, and maybe loss of their loved ones. There are so many causes, but have you ever wondered how you recognize when your child is actually going through depression? What signs and symptoms you look out for when you want to know if your child is depressed or just sad? Join me today. I know there's so much to discuss about depression. So, recognizing signs and symptoms of depression among children. A study in the US that was carried out in 2022 showed that generally 2% of children are actually suffering from depression, with the highest percentage among the adolescents that was between 4 to 8%. The major ages of adolescents affected were 12 to 17, and we all know how sensitive that age is. So probably that may not be any different from our settings in Africa, especially in Uganda. So let's see how we can recognize this among our babies so that we can seek the help that they deserve. So I'll be sharing in not in detail, but I'll be hinting on the major signs and symptoms that you need to look out for so that you can get your child the help they need. So, one, children suffering from depression will have the following: concentration, especially in class. Teachers will report declining grades for these children, inability to accomplish their homework, inability to be cooperative in submitting or participating in activities in class. So, when this has not been normal, or it has not been reported before, but it's chronically coming up from the teachers, from the people who are taking care of this child, please take note. Two, irritability. Irritability could involve throwing tantrums, it could involve sudden crying, it could involve major mood swings that you can't really explain. Something small will tip this person off, will tip this child off, and you really can't explain what's actually causing this irritability all of a sudden. So when this happens, please consider this and look out for any other signs that I'm discussing. Three, lack of effort or interest. This can be explained by inability to participate in class, lack of interest in participating for children between 3 to 5. They may actually enjoy playing, not socially, the parallel play. They'll play here, they'll enjoy their friend playing there, not exactly picking their toy. But for children above 5 years, these children enjoy the social play. And when you recognize that this child is not as active as they used to play, they're isolated from their peers, they don't want to participate in any group activities, this could signal you to something that is showing you signs of depression. The other thing is social withdrawal. This could be at home, this could be in class. You find that children of this category, whenever their friends are going out to play, these ones will be in some corner, isolated alone. If, for example, there is a group discussion in class, these ones would prefer doing it alone because they don't want any social interactions with their peers. Please, if this has not been something normal for your child, I know some children really haven't learned to socialize with their peers. But if this hasn't been normal, please consider seeking help if other symptoms also exist. Low self-esteem. This may be accompanied by the feeling of helplessness, feeling of shame, feeling of worthlessness. This may be common in adolescents and especially among the girls. As adolescents who are girls, they have that feeling that everything should turn out perfect. And if this is not happening as they expect, these start feeling worthless and they start feeling they don't belong to their peers. They feel they're not beautiful enough. They feel they need to be isolated since they are not intelligent enough. They are not tall enough. They don't have the beautiful figures that everyone is referring to. So in such an instance, as a parent or as a teacher, you need to look out and know, has this been happening to my child? Is this something that is overwhelming in her life? Do you see a change of pattern in the activities that she used to do? Is it affecting her normal life? And if it is so, and even other symptoms exist, please you may consider talking to your daughter and seeking the best help that you need. The other thing is eating disorders. Well, some people may end up eating a lot. Most people will end up eating less. So you find this person is malnourished compared to their age. They're immunocompromised since they're not eating enough nutrients that will help build their body immunities. So in that instance, you may have to seek the help that you need for your baby. Sleeping changes. Some children will oversleep, some children will sleep less. Again, compare these symptoms with what has been normal. Don't just get these symptoms in isolation and say, okay, my child doesn't like to play, so they are depressed. That's not how it works. There should be at least 5 symptoms of these occurring for a period of more than 2 weeks consecutively, and this should be impacting on the daily living of this child. If it has impact, they are not acting as they used to be, that will raise issues, that will raise suspicion. So as you look at this, also consider the normal pattern of how your child has been. The other thing is, last but not least, suicidal ideations. Well, this is rare. Lately, it's becoming something common. I've had people losing their children to suicide. This is hurting actually. As a parent, you ignore these signs and symptoms. When a child starts making jokes about suicide, sometimes you might think they are mimicking their cartoon characters. They want to be the Superman, they want to shoot, they want to be Captain America. I will kill you, I'll kill myself, I'll jump like Spider-Man from this building to that. If this has not been happening, and if there is any behavior that is suspicious around these jokes, I think it's important that you take this seriously, because what this child is trying to communicate to you, you are not actually getting it, or you're not actually giving it attention, the attention that it deserves. Some of these children actually will go ahead and try committing suicide. They will take something thinking it will kill them. You find someone taking a jerry can of soap. You find someone saying, I just want to die, I don't want to go to school. Please, let's not ignore these signs and symptoms. We all want our babies alive. We've put in so much to get them to the stage where they are. I don't think it's time for us to ignore this. So in case you see anything out of the normal, it's not a one symptom. Please don't look out for one and say, okay, she said, now I'm taking my child to the specialist. No, there should be a number of them. Let's seek the help that we need. Again, I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for loving me. Let's keep watching. There is more to come. Life with Nance Carol. I love you all.